Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to episode 4 of our Local to Global. We're actually kicking off pretty much right where we left off. I usually will record an episode and then I'll stop for a little bit before I go back on, but we're jumping straight back in to the next episode here as there's a fly in my way in my room here. It's really annoying me. Does anyone ever get that? There'll be like a fly in your room or wherever, and you'll see it and you'll think, I need to get rid of that, I need to get rid of that. And then when you finally decide you will, it's gone. It's totally out of sight, out of mind. Anyway, that was random segue. But I want to have a look because, like I say, I'm starting this episode right where we left off, but I want to have a quick look. Now we're in June. We will be running 2 shows to experiment this month, but I want to see not everyone's pop. In fact, you lost, Connor. Okay, so he only dropped 2 points, losing to Davis Wayne Newton on the last show. Oh, wow, yeah. So that was definitely worthwhile. Davis is going up by 5 points, which he really needed, especially being, the champ. We want to make sure while he's the champ, he's getting boosted up fairly high. Looks like Funk's down to Hangman's at 14. Well, he went up a lot too, actually. With his win. That's really good. Jules on a 6. Ooh, Mitchell's on 17. Although he started fairly high. He's kind of been sitting on 17 for a while. Him and Texas are sort of involved in every show, but they're not always fighting. Mutant's sitting around 10. Papa Soul's on 10 too. He's gone up a fair bit though. He's went from 2 to 10 from when we began. Okay, so considering our average guy, I guess they're all around like 10, 12ish, and our size is only 4. It's all looking pretty good. We can't really complain. Our title prestige. There's been 3 successful defenses, but it's only went up by 1, which is fair enough, I guess. I was expecting that to be a little bit higher, but 123 days. Of course, it was on the very first show he won the belt. He hasn't actually defended it on every single event, but most of them he has. He's only getting better too, so I feel like he was a worthwhile person, a worthwhile worker to give the reign to. Also, I did quickly look over the booking team, and from what I can gather, if we make Dr. Funk in the booking team, it's not going to affect anything, and he is a people person, which should help. So I'm going to add him in now, because it doesn't say anything about them asking for more money or having a higher wage demand. So we're going to put him in the team. And it should generate his more creative energy, because with a booking skill of 78, Dr. Funk alone will generate enough creative energy to give us one extra viable idea, maybe even 2, depending on where we sit. As for Mitchell being the head trainer, we definitely will make him our head trainer, but not right now. We're going to wait until we're basically in the green with our money. We start actually making money, because we're obviously still losing quite a chunk. We aren't upgrading our merchandise anymore, so this like 1,500 cut of the merchandise won't be affected to this. So we lost a lot more last month than we did in April, basically because of the merchandising, and it'll hopefully be even less. We still have a rise on our economy and on our wrestling industry, so hopefully that doesn't change for a while. But as for events, we will book our first. These won't be as in depth, I don't think, with the storylines, not with the first show anyway. Just because we're doing it. Let's do the Saturday, 4th of June. So it's every month. We'll change this to the first Saturday. I have to edit this a fair bit. Oh, let's see, make sure it worked. Do I have to advance a day maybe? Hold on. Make sure I've done this correct because I don't usually mess around with this. The first Saturday of the month. Maybe I need to advance a day. Let's see. Just I want to make sure this is done right. But yeah, we'll do 2 events this month. It's really overall it's a stupid idea and I shouldn't do it because we're going to lose money regardless. It's not necessarily it's going to like really be a pain in the ass. But with the fact we're not losing so much to merchandise because we're not upgrading it anymore, it like the finances in terms of losing money won't actually look too different. Yeah, it still says it's in 23 days. What am I doing wrong here? What? The first because I have it here. Ah, god damn it. Yeah, let me see the availability again real quick. It won't, I don't think it'll matter if we make an event in like 2 days' time. I've never done that before. Will it like affect their attendance? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing. Let's do Saturday the 11th of June, just in case. I don't think it would be. Yeah, I'll do Saturday 11th of June. Okay, in 9 days. So we have Dr. Funkenstein now in our booking team. I'm glad. I wasn't really hoping or expecting to have more than just my avatar in there, but for some bizarre reason, Dr. Funkenstein at 22. I mean, I'm not going to question it. He's great, has a great booking skill, which makes him even more valuable to the company because obviously he looks really good, especially one for the future. Like he can probably turn into an absolute beast if developed right, with the right people around him, and if he's working a lot, if he's having 3 4 matches every week and stuff, like he could probably turn into very very good. And I feel like it's a lot more common to have amazing heels rather than amazing baby faces. So something like a figurehead of a company is something Dr. Funkenstein could definitely do. I feel like I don't really like his name. Obviously, he gives me that whole. He has the funky elbow drop for his finisher, and he does kind of give off that vibe of like, I don't know, almost like he's a pimp or something. But I feel like I'm not really looking at him like that, if I'm being honest. I just don't see it. It's just not the sort of vibe of it isn't really working with me. But he's an exciting addition, especially because the whole save is in a general standpoint is very very long term. Like I said, it's going to take literally like 10 years to complete the challenge. Like it's super ambitious. So having guys like Funkenstein who potentially could be here from day one and also be here on like the very last show, like how poetic would that be in terms of like just for the story? Like there'll be so many little sort of stories and favourites and stuff like that. It'll be good. I feel like I had something else to do. Oh yeah, of course, morale issues for Mutant is a bit of a pain in the bum, pain in the backside. Locker room morale, I feel like in this edition of TEW is much harder to get positive. Like we have pretty much only Mutant, nothing crazy or anything negative actually at all has happened. I actually shouldn't have said that because now I bet it'll happen soon, but nothing has happened negative, so it's a bit bizarre. It was good, I think, before. It was in the green for a little bit when we last checked, but yeah, I don't know. It's a bit odd, in my opinion. But here we go, show number 1 of June. We're midway through the year. Not upgrading our merchandise at the moment. And we'll run 2 shows and just see. We might still be too small in size to gain extra pop. I feel like our popularity cap will still just be 1. We're going to get about 79 fans, which is slightly up. Still above average economy and weak wrestling industry. Right, here we go. Leading the pre-show, you begin the meeting with 36 points. After all bonuses and penalties were applied, we got 111. So that's much better. Yeah. For some reason, Funkenstein's only generated 49. So I don't know if that has something to do with the fact he's not the head booker. Maybe they get more, because 49 CE for 78, or was it 71? Booking skill is quite a lot less than I thought, but 49 is still really good in terms of, that's like I said, it's pretty much a whole, like a whole idea, which we are definitely going to use. I'm going to try character idea to use it on mutant. Likely to succeed. Oh, did we do it? I think we maybe do it. We try it. Oh, if it fails though, that's going to be really, it's going to make him even worse. Ooh. But you know, if you don't shoot, you don't score, as they say, guys. Life lesson. We'll also do creative finish. Hopefully we can use that. Surefire hit, that is beautiful. We'll use that probably on tonight's show. Okay, we're done for now. How much do we have left? Oh, we have less than 40, never mind. Locker room incidents. Apparently Craig Prince and Mutant had a blazing. Oh no. Oh no, it's starting with Mutant's bad attitude. I mean, Mutant is unpredictable with his personality, which actually isn't great, but obviously, the more negative his morale is, it'll have a much bigger influence on him because of his personality. So that is not good. That's like, though he's like he's arguing with me, which makes sense because I'm the one who called him out for having a pair of tits and can't run on the treadmill, basically. So, team bonding might backfire here because a mutant. It could make a relationship with him even worse. So we are going to just pull a rib on someone who is in a good mood, basically. You know who we'll do it to? We'll do it to Funkenstein, our new man, the people person. Oh my god, I just read failed there and thought it failed in like a negative way, but it didn't have any effect at all. It failed, but no positive or negative effects. So that's, I mean, whatever. That's fine. It's better than negative. Right. Where is he? Product. No. Why did I click product roster? Where are you? You little bastard. Mutant. Right. Okay. Creative idea. Oh my god. Please work. Please work. Yes. Put it on mutant character idea. Wait. Hold on. Actually, before I do this. So he has very warm momentum. Let's see if that goes up, if it works, and he's annoyed, right? Yeah, warm momentum and annoyed. Yes. Okay, it worked. Thank God. Oh my God, imagine it didn't. He would have been kicking my door down to beat my ass. Okay, he's going up to hot momentum. Okay. And he's not as annoyed now. I mean, he is still annoyed, but it was looking a little dire there. Okay, okay. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. We're going to have to make sure we keep him on our good side, or try at least. Right. Let me think where we left off. Because we're going to do 2 events this month, I'm not going to go super crazy on the storyline in terms of advancing it too much or worrying too much about it, just because I want to make sure we're advancing, focus more on momentum. Right, Connor, of course, lost his debut. Davis Wayne Newton will have him defend his belt again. Um, I'm thinking I could do him against Mitchell because they'll give us a good match, even if I give it like a draw. Like I have a spoiled finish, like a tainted finish, which would affect the overall rating, but it would still be pretty good, I think, with Davis and Mitchell in it. But I kind of don't want to give them a draw. I want to keep both of them winning. Um, hmm. Well, you know what? We'll just do it because we have to. We'll just make sure for next show at the end of the month. We have them win. Right, this is going to be a draw. It's going to be an open match. And what's going to happen is it's going to be outside interference finish with Hangman, who's at ringside, and he basically just can't control his emotions. Davis, during the match, is mocking him, getting on his nerves. And then, out of the blue, Hangman just gets in the ring and goes crazy on Newton, which is bound to kind of piss off Mitchell a little bit because he's getting his title shot right now. And the guy who's supposed to have his a little makeshift alliance with is just blew it, randomly just jumped in the ring. But that one should do good. I'm wondering if we could put the creative finish on it, which will help it a little bit. But then part of me also thinks it's a bit of a waste of the creative finish because of the actual finish of the match, But I am going to put it on because I kind of want this to be the best match of the night. And I mean, we can literally get more creative finishes pretty easy. It's not the end of the world. It's not the best. It's not the most efficient way to use it. But who cares? You only live once, guys. You only live once. That's what it's going to have to be. I'm actually going to make sure we put Hangman on this so he's booked and it doesn't count as he's not being used on the show. I mean, he is in the finish for it, so that should do it, but I want to have him. I always can never find this with there we go, at ringside. I'm sure there's another one you can do and it says who they're with. Like they essentially come out with someone, but never mind. We'll do this. Then we're going to have to make sure we don't destroy Connor too quickly, because I actually quite, not that I like him, but we have to be smart when we make him lose cleanly, because like we just saw, Davis Wade went up 5 points. So we're going to have to make sure when he does lose clean, it's to people that are officially going to take that momentum and sort of, reach the sky with it, essentially. But we're going to have him win tonight, and he can get the win over. Oh no, I was going to say Jules, but we'll give him Blue Dragon because that can probably open the show for us. If we gave him Jules Knight, the segment rating would have been really, really high, to the point where it may have outshined a lot. And I don't know why I have this weird OCD where I like to try and make all the matches from kickoff to main event kind of have a good gradual. Well, at this stage, obviously when I book longer shows, it doesn't matter as much. And it'll be a lot different now, actually, because we have crowd management and stuff on. So I'll need to. It's just going to get harder for me the longer I go. But yeah, that's my plan right now, is to have it gradually get better and better as the show goes on. So Hangman isn't working tonight, I don't think. No, not in a match anyway, I don't, but we probably should give him one. We could give him a local worker to destroy. But then we'll have an odd number. Let me think here. Mutants, definitely. He needs to win. We can actually put him in a tag. I'm thinking he could go in a tag match. It can't be with Papa Soul, though. They have absolutely no chemistry. We could actually put him in with Remy, because he also could do with the good momentum. But then, yeah, we don't really have. There's a lot of faces here. We know we'll do. We'll do Remy, Mutant. And they. Do we want to do it to Papa Soul? I mean, he's not really. Papa Soul and Funk. We're going to do 13 minutes. Mutant to get the win. He's on the quick rebound, you could say, after his title loss, or title match loss, sorry. Loser can be Funk, but we're going to keep strong Papa Soul. He doesn't have loads of popularity to essentially defend, but I do like Papa Swole and I do want to use him, but with the roster so small, it's just the way it is right now. I'm not going to. I don't really necessarily like it per se, but we can't use our creative freedom to the fullest right now because of it. That can be the mid match. Jules Knight and Max Mayhem. They're two. Oh no, that would work actually. Face and heel. It's more. I think this is a good chance for Jules here to get the win. Max is kind of getting crushed in the ground, but because he's much older, that's all it comes down to. Good worker though, Max. His in-ring performances are much better than I expected them to be. Jules Knight and Max Mayhem and the Corner and Blue Dragon match might actually do better, honestly, than the tag match, but we'll keep it booked like this. And what we're going to do. Trying to think smart here for our. What we're going to do as an angle. We're going to do. To start the show, Mitchell cutting a promo in the ring. Are numbered. He comes out the ring alone. Essentially, this is more of an experiment. Essentially, comes out just you have to use your imagination. That Texas Hangman is with him, but I just want to see Aldred on his own cutting a promo with no one, even no one on even if it's Hangman with a non-speaking appearance. I don't want to do it. I just want to do this. And obviously, he's essentially calling out Davis, telling him his numbers as champ. His days as the champion are numbered. So enjoy it while it lasts, because it's not going to be much longer till that belt is stripped from him. And then we're going to do. We should be giving an angle here to Papa Swole, just more so for the fact he has a hot catchphrase right now. So we're going to do him in a promo. In fact, what we'll do? We'll do him getting interviewed. I feel like we tried this before, but it seemed weird because if you have someone being interviewed, I don't know what that. All right, we'll just do. Claims his title shot will come again real soon. Just him chatting rubbish, basically. 4 minutes for an interview seems quite long, but we're gonna roll with it. We're just testing the waters with the segments because they don't matter right now, whatever rating they get. To be honest, they just don't at all. So it's a good chance to mess around with them. And then we'll also do. I'm trying to think who's quite good on the mic that we maybe haven't really utilised a lot or tried out. We know Davis is alright. We of course have Dr. Funk. You know what? We'll just stick with two. Because we do have two events this month, so we're essentially for every single month we do two events in the month. We're overall doing much more shows over the year. So the more in depth and creative I try and make every single event, the more time I'm essentially wasting from gaining your pop. Because like as much as it's nice to put on these kind of shows right now, they're so small and insignificant that we have to play it like that. There's not going to be a huge screen about to do like hype videos and stuff. No one has any pop or stuff. So just in case I don't know, I don't want to put you guys off with like if it seems so black and white and basic, but I'm sure it'll get better as time goes, as the company grows, so will the creativity. So we're fully booked, everyone's being used. We got our interview and our angle. Aldred calling out Davis. Okay, we start off with a 39. Aldred comes down to the ring with Hangman, cough cough, and basically essentially announces to the crowd, in a sense, he's got a title match tonight. Davis better be ready, because himself and Hangman are coming. And Hangman doesn't say anything, he's just kind of standing there, just doesn't really give off any sort of feelings through his expressions as to what's going on in his head. But still, another month or another show goes on where we have no idea why he even attacked Davis. Was it jealousy or whatever? No, not sure. But 39, not too bad. Gets the show off to a strong start. The first match will get the crowd hotter. Pretty decent, actually, a 42. Connor pulls in a 43, a 34 from Blue Dragon, with Connor winning, defeating him by submission with a stretch plum. And the crowd is white hot already with just the first match. Oh, 81 people too, that's good. Then Papa Swole, with his hot catchphrase backstage, is getting interviewed. 33 rating. Okay, not bad. Not bad, I'll take it. Oh, 47, that is really good. The crowd heat probably helped this one too. Yeah, very hot crowd. And they have good gimmicks, good morale. And it's Jules' night. And About That had superb wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. He picks up the win with a time for bed. What a finisher name that is. Just under 10 minutes. A 44 rating, 41 for Max. These are good. I feel like anything above a 40 right now is like really good. And most of the people who don't hit 40s is the same every week, so I'm glad we're staying on track to sort of, we already have a baseline essentially of what we think is good enough. And 47 is very good. We dropped down as I expected it would be. I did mention I thought it could. And it's a 43 with About That. Obviously had great wrestling too. Decent reaction from the crowd. Mutant and Remy defeat Papa Swole and Dr. Funkenstein when Mutant pinned Dr. Funkenstein with a Tina Turner. Remy, of course, 47 in ring, way above everyone else. Papa Swole has a 42, which is pretty decent. No chemistry changes or positive or negative chemistry for the tag teams. Mutant with a 38 and a 30 for Dr. Funk. I feel like Mutant has got a lot of room for improvement here. 38, I feel like for him is very low. Maybe that low morale is doing much more than I anticipated. But main event time, we hit a 55. This is a very good rating. The great finish was a success. And our founding father storyline advances with the segment gains heat. A 49 for Davis Wayne with a 48 from Mitchell Aldred. And About That had superb wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Davis Wayne Newton drew with Mitchell Aldred. So this technically doesn't count towards a title defence. I noticed this before a couple of shows ago when Davis Wayne drew as well, which there's probably a way we could book it where it would if we had like Mitchell get DQ'd, maybe something like that. But anyway, pretty good ending. 55 rating. The creative finish boosted us up to I don't know if a 55 is our highest, actually. It's round about there in terms of matches, but very good ending to the show. 50 rated overall show rating. Let's address the locker room. We'll give it to Mutant because we kind of don't have a choice. I really want to. He's someone I like and like using him, so I don't really want him to be unhappy. And we'll give it to. Who could use it right now? We'll give it to Davis because he's doing good stuff with a great performance. Financial report. We lose just under 900. Okay. And we do go up to 5 in popularity. So with the next show, if we go up to 6, depending on how huge of a blow the finances take with running 2 events at this popularity, we'll need to judge it by that. But if we go up to 6, we'll have to seriously consider moving to 2 events per month ASAP, probably. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. I am going to probably cut here and change our event to the last Saturday of the month, and I'll be back when we have the next show coming up. Let's rock and roll. Second show of June. Let's just get straight into it. Waste absolutely no time running through the basics. We, of course, how much points we got now? 128. Let's do creative finish. Oh, big gamble. Oh, yikes. No, thank you. We could do another one. Do we try creative finish again? Let's actually do another character idea. Oh no, forget it. Two horrible stinkers in a row. Oh no, what is this? Mutant turned up very late, breaking the locker room rules. Oh no, it's not looking good. We'll give him a stern warning first. Okay. Mutant, you bad boy. Let's try bonding. We don't really have a choice. What happened here? Oh, between Mutant and Remy Honeyman. Okay, anything else? Just that? On the bad side, anyway. Um. Okay, actually, before we do anything, I'm going to do an angle with Mitchell. He's cutting a promo, basically with Hangman. You know what? We'll have Hang. No, we won't. No, we won't. Never mind. Just seemed a bit weird if he's just kind of standing. Screw it. Doesn't matter. Okay. Right, it's not letting me go any further. Essentially, Aldred approaches Hangman backstage, and without even asking him, he's just like, you know what, it's fine. We can put it behind us. I'm going to get the best of you. In fact, you know what we're going to do? No, yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this. Yep. And got the best of you. But to focus up, because Davis is still try to think the best way to put it. Put in your anger, got the best of you, but to stay focused on the job at hand. But to stay. And we'll basically put this to. Just say last time because I was going to put last week, but it's essentially not. Just say forget about what happened. We'll do that. Jesus Christ, I'm struggling here. The best way you put it. I really need to start writing these down to format them, because I have like an end goal in mind of what I want to do with this whole storyline. Because obviously, the Founding Fathers is based on like our main top guys at the start. It's like a love triangle essentially, or a foursome, I guess you could say, with Papa Swole. Um, yeah, they can forget about what happened. And then matches, we're going to have Remy. Yes, Remy. He's going to lose to Hangman. Given the minutes. Hangman to win. Clean. Yep, this is good actually. That can start the show. Yeah, we'll have Aldred basically saying, while Hangman getting ready for his match, we can forget about what happened. And then we can just see Hangman get up and leave. Doesn't really say anything, just kind of grunts, like, as if, whatever. And leaves Aldred in the locker room, kind of just watching him leave, and he's a bit suspicious, I guess you could say. Well, actually, we're going to have Mitchell start the show as well. Yeah. 10 to the 1, as always. Yeah, that can start the show. That'll be a pretty good rating. So will the Hangman and Remy match. And then we'll do Papa Swole and Davis Wayne Newton in a title match. Papa Swole's finally getting a fair chance. Well, so it will seem right now. And it's going to be an open match, and it's actually going to be a clean win for Davis. Do we push it and do steal the show? Sure, why not? We'll try it. See how it goes in a 15-minute war. And then we'll do Connor teaming up with Mutant. It's a good tag team actually, to go against Jules and Blue Dragon. It's going to be Connor getting the pin on poor old Blue Dragon. He is getting destroyed. This should hopefully do it not too bad, but just in case, we're actually going to move it there, and we'll start the show with Papa Swole cutting a promo in the ring. He addresses the crowd. Papa tells the crowd as he's finally getting fair one-on-one with Davis. Basically, the way this would be done in storylines term is Papa comes out and says he's finally getting a fair chance. Management, the GM backstage, is informed and made it very clear that no one is allowed to interrupt tonight's main event. Otherwise, they're getting suspended. So it's going to be a fair fight. Finally, he gets his chance. You know, he fought on the first ever title match. It was a triple threat, which he ended up getting. Did he get pinned? No, he didn't. He didn't even get pinned. And then when he went to get his rematch, he got jumped and it was a draw. The match got DQ'd basically. But to make matters worse, To end the night, we are going to have Davis Wayne Newton and Papa Swole. They essentially, after the match, or the match is done, they essentially get jumped by you know who. But rather than getting absolutely beat down, it turns into a all like 2v2 brawl. Essentially, Papa Swole and Davis kind of unintentionally, I suppose, team up because they don't have a choice. Yep, that works. It's going to be improvised. 5 minutes is a bit long. Let's go through 3. Live angle. Yep, this works. It'll be cool when we rise more in size and we can do a lot more segments, like video packages, hype videos, stuff like that, stuff on popularity, a lot more different roles we can assign. It'll be nice change. Right, this looks good to me. So Papa comes out, intro with the crowd. He'll probably still have his hot catchphrase. He basically announces the main event, title match against Davis. Mitchell, then we have Hangman. Yep. Okay, nice. This looks good. Let's run it in front of 83 people. We, of course, have Papa Swole. Superb working without a script. He gets a 50, which is very good segment-wise rating right now with what we have. This is very good. Gets the show off to a strong start. Gets the crowd hotter. Perfect. Can't really ask for more. And then even better, wow, a 51. Holy crap. Mitchell, yeah, this is what I'm saying with his momentum and stuff and being part of so many segments. He's getting better and better. In-ring performance of 51, which is perfect. We need him good for what I have in mind. 51. I don't actually know if our main event will beat 51 with Papa Swole. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm not going to complain, but good work. Max is a 39, so he's not really hitting that barrier of 40 anymore, 40 rating, which makes sense, but blatantly cheating. Mitchell picks up the win by submission, 51 for the first match of the night. Then we go into the segment with him and Hangman backstage, which doesn't do very good. It's basically Aldred comes in, and it almost seems, he's the architect essentially. He's very smart, He's playing checkers. No, sorry. He's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. So he doesn't really. Maybe he does the smart thing in not calling out Hangman, who of course is a bit unhinged, it would seem. He doesn't call him out for his actions. He just basically tells him he forgives him, even though, let's be realistic, Hangman probably, we don't know, but he probably wouldn't care. You would think, based on the reaction he's getting from Hangman. He says, we got to focus on the job. It's taking down Davis Wayne. Because he's smug and they're basically just jealous, essentially. As many people are. And Hangman kind of just grunts and nods, and then he gets up, walks out, and that's the end of it. 46 tag matches is actually really good for the tag match, considering. We do have Connor in there though, Mutant hitting a 40, which hopefully that keeps going up now. Jules Knight with a 44-45 for Connor. Mutant benefited from having a hot new move. Okay, I didn't know that. He must have got it with his other promotion. That's good though. Hopefully that'll help boost him up. But this is pretty good. Yeah, I was going to say, I was wondering if Threepwood was in physical decline, and he is. Which, I mean, it's not going to be that much of a worry. We don't have great plans for him anyway, but 46 rating, with of course Threepwood and Mutant getting the win. So that's really good. Oh, that's not good. An awkward bout between Hangman and Remy, in which Hangman defeats Remy in 7 minutes 50 with a chokeslam. Considering, I can't believe Hangman got a higher rating than Remy. That's pretty funny, actually. Because obviously this penalty for the awkward bout, they both get that. So even without that, essentially Hangman was getting a higher rating than Remy. Maybe it's just to do with his consistency, which he is not penalised for. Okay. Weird. It's quite a big drop. But we still get a 43, which I thought it would be Remy more carrying this segment, but Hangman holding his own. Good win for him too. Then our main event. I feel like these main events we're using creative finish so much, but obviously not this time. And it's a win. It's defence number 5 now for Davis Wayne Newton in a bout that had superb wrestling, decent reaction from the crowd. Davis Wayne Newton defeats Papa Swole in 14:47 with his submission, the STF. The match was designed so that the wrestlers could go out and try and steal the show, which I don't really feel like that's worked. Papa Swole hits a 40. Hopefully that's still on the rise though, for the likes of him and Hangman. Fingers crossed. But 51 for Davis. And overall we get a 54, which is great. We'll get so many bonuses too because our storyline's so hot. The crowd's getting so hot. Good gimmicks, high morale for these two guys. Papa Swole was penalised for stamina. Were they penalised for going all out? Papa Swole got a bonus for it. I feel like sometimes they can get not get a bonus for it though. Nah, it's looking good. 54. Then to end the show, 35. The segment loses heat but advances, which is fair. 35 segment, basically them just getting into an all-out brawl where no one really wins or loses by the end of it. Kind of just get separated, by security and stuff. The road agents, all that. The classic thing in WWE where all the guys in suits basically run out to the ring. And that is our show. Oh, okay. This show didn't result in any popularity changes, which means one event for now, probably till we at least rise in size, is not worth it. Or when our popularity goes up a little bit and our ticket sales are higher, we could still run 2 events, even though one of them is not going to make us rise and pop, if it means we're going to make more money faster as well. But that's not going to be for a while. 51 show rating though, I think that could be our highest one yet. Yeah, Mutant will give that one to, and we're actually going to give this to, let's give it to Remy. Yeah, Mutant was pleased. That seems good. And we lose 769. Well, this is actually the last day of June, the show. And of course, there was no popularity changes, so it's not going to show us. Yeah, we'll advance to July, the 1st of July, before we end the episode, and just have a little rundown of an experiment from this episode with running 2 shows. Obviously, we didn't gain 2 popularity points, which is fine. Kind of expected it. But we do lose more money. We're obviously doubling pretty much our ticket sales, and we're on $500, almost $600 for sponsors. But we're almost losing if we run 2 shows at the minute. Yeah, we're still a little bit away, because if we get to the point where, I'll look at the merchandise too, because it's at level 3 right now. It's doubled from last month, and then it went up about 60 odd points, 70 odd points after the month before. Yeah, so if we can essentially get, like, for example, our sponsors and our merchandise combined pretty much pays for marketing, production, and a big chunk of show costs. But it's really the whole issue with workers. If we do 2 shows, the workers is the biggest essentially hurdle to get over. So we'll need to just wait. Maybe once we get up to like 1,000 in ticket sales, and then obviously in turn the sponsorship and the merchandise will be up. we could go back to doing two, but probably I would assume for maybe the rest of the year, it's going to be one event per month. We're actually at 10,500 in debt, which when I did my practice run, I was nowhere near. I think I was, by the end of the whole year, I was about 10 or 11,000 in debt. So I don't really know what's going on in that sense. Maybe I must have done something with my workers. Is it affecting backstage yet? Oh, it is now. It's become a concern. It must be when it goes below 10,000. Hopefully that doesn't have too much of an effect and we can at least stay at average. That's probably going to be the goal here. We'll have a quick look actually with doing two events in the month at the popularity. More so in the guys we care about. Threepwood we don't really care about, but we'll just have a little look. He's went back up by 1, which is nice. Because he essentially handed 5 points of popularity over to Davis Wayne Newton, and we've already almost gotten back to where he was when he joined. So that's like really good booking, I would say. That's good stuff. Let's see, Davis Wayne 19. I think he's gone up. Yeah, so he went up 5 and he's gone up 1, which I guess makes sense. He did have a draw, didn't he, on the first show of the event? The first show, sorry, of the month, I think. Sorry, guys. I'm pretty tired in my memory as it is. It's so horrible, but yeah, of course, then beat Papa Swole. He only goes up 1. Hangman stays the same. It's not going to obviously help. We're beating guys now that have cool momentum, which will affect things. Jules went up by 4. Wow. Okay. I mean, good. That's good. Don't know how, but okay. Max also went up, and I think he lost for the majority. Mitchell, he put on a very good in-ring performance just there. He's gone up as well to 18. He's pretty much the same as Davis Wayne. Yeah, just 1 behind him. Mutants at 13, which he went up by 2. That's good. Papa Swole is only at 11. He has gone up though, and Remy's also gone up. So this is not bad considering, we're not really using a lot of local workers. We're using all our guys, so it's quite hard to mid-max the loss of momentum. We'll have a quick look at this. Apparently Papa Swole is a franchise player, which I'm not feeling it on that one actually. But interesting, Doctor's still in there. Mutants jumped up. There's no Hangman or Mitchell. Oh, Mitchell's 5th, sorry. Okay, no hot prospects. Talk the talk. Davis is up there for showstopper, so is Mitchell. Then we got Mitchell number 1 for ring general. That makes sense because he's also the most fitting to be a trainer to the young guys. Mutant is hot. Of course, he'll be the hottest though because we gave him the character idea that was a success. Davis, the champ, of course, is up there. Hangman and Mitchell, who I don't know if these two guys have lost at all yet. We could probably work that into the storylines. Let me actually see real quick. It's obviously not that big a deal, but I'm more curious. He hasn't. He's essentially undefeated. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's good. I thought he was, but part of me wanted to check. I feel like you've lost. I think you lost 1, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Oh no, he hasn't. It was the draw. 5 wins and a draw. He's also undefeated. So that really is like the dream team. That's like a real team to be feared. With Mitchell and Hangman together. Another addition I really love about the game is the end of year company awards now. End of year awards. Really a big fan of that. It'll be really cool to run over that at the end of each year too. As things stand, if the year had to end right now, I actually don't know who Worker of the Year would go to, Fighter of the Year or whatever. Because we've got Davis, who of course, he's unbeaten, being the champ. But then we also got Hangman and Mitchell. Yeah. And of course we have, who's not? Hidden Gems. Deaver Arnold, I have no idea who you are. Wrestler Ripped. Apparently you would cost $600. Okay, did you get released from somewhere? Ah, yeah, he did. He just got released from SWF. Oh my god, he's really not that bad. Great psychology. He's got good brawling, good aerial. His selling's a little short, but okay. Yeah, he's really good. I mean, we're not paying $600 for him. Not right now, anyway. But then we got Zippy in there, who's very green, but he has good performance skills. Primetime Jack Pride, I've heard of you, but never ever used him. He's another guy, good star quality, decent enough on the mic, but his consistency and safety and even selling and even basics, I suppose, are so bad. But he is obviously 22, so can't complain too much. But there we go. We ran our little experiment doing 2 shows last month. It's not to be, not right now anyway, so we'll power on through the rest of the year and see where we're at. Hopefully, we can get pretty much one pop though for the rest of the year. So it means we'll be on course to go up in size next year, which will be really good. And then once we go up in size, we'll probably look towards getting on Wrestle World ASAP. But until next time, guys, I hope you have a good one. Hope you enjoyed. We're getting sort of more doors are unraveling with our storyline that we've got going on too, which is nice. Everyone, for the majority of the roster, seem to be going up in pop every month, which is good too. So yeah, I can't complain. It's going pretty well. I will catch you guys on the next episode.